The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back there in that Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing on 1st down. Diaz. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Diaz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Man open left side, it's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Diaz, operating from the gun. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw to the left side here for Eifert. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Baldwin's first catch going to be good enough for a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Dumps that off to Petty as running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now Rashad Penny, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
95, 95.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And Wilson has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One Wilson to another for a Seahawk first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it first and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They go back to the ground now with Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Done. I've been finessing since the 8th grade.